Assalamu alaikum dear students. In previous lecture we discussed the linear inequation and its solution. Now today we are going to discuss exercise 6.1. Now we have to solve the linear inequalities for x means solve linear inequalities for x means we have to find the solution, because here x is variable. Now the first one is 4x plus 3 is less than 5x plus 3. So this means that here it is strict inequality. So separating these terms, variables and constants, it is 4x. Transferring this, it is minus 5x is less than 7 minus 3. 4x minus 5x is minus x is less than 4, or x is greater than minus 4. So this means that x is greater than minus 4 is the solution for this inequality. Now the second one is 3 into x minus 1 less or equals to 2 into x minus 3. So here this is slack inequality. So it is simply 3x by this multiplication, 3x minus 3, 2x minus 6. Or 3x minus 2x is less or equals to, transferring this, it is plus 3, here plus 3 minus 6. Or x is less or equals to minus 3. So this means that all real numbers which are less or equals to minus 3 satisfies the given, or the solutions or satisfies the given inequality. Now the third one is x plus x upon 3 greater than x by 2 plus 1. This means that we are separating the variables. It is x by 3 minus x by 2 greater than 1. Now which implies that by cross multiplication in this we simply get x minus x by 6 is greater than 1, or minus x is greater than 6, which implies that transferring this, it is plus x here, it is minus 6 here, or x is less than minus 6. So this means that all real numbers less than minus 6 are the solutions. The fourth one is 3 into x minus 2 upon 5 is less or equals to 5 into 2 minus x upon 3. Now by cross multiplication, it is 3 into 3, that is 9x minus 2, 5 into 5, that is 25x, 25 into 2 minus x. So after simplification you simply get 34x is less or equals to 68, or x is less or equals to 68 by 34, or x is less or equals to 2. So you can do you can solve any linear equation through this way. Now the second one is we have to represent the solutions on the number line. Now if we consider here 3x minus 2 less than 2x plus 1, so after solving by previous method, it is x is less than 3. So this means that this inequality satisfies, or the solutions for this inequality are all real numbers which are less than 3. But we have to represent these numbers or these solutions on the number line. So this means that the numbers which are less than 3 is this portion on the line. Here we have this circle or this dot at 3. This means that this point 3 is not in the solution set, that is 3 is excluded from this solution set. So all real numbers less than 3 means this portion, that is this portion. This arrow indicates that 3 is not in the list, this not in the solution set, but all real numbers which are less than 3 satisfies the given inequality. Now similarly we have this. Now after simplifying this, we get x less or equals to 1.44. Here this 1.44 lies between 1 and 2 in the on the number line. So this means that here we have to include this 1.4 also, because this is the slack inequality. When this is slack inequality, so we have to consider or include this endpoint also, that is this portion is the required solution portion, or this is the representation of this solution set for this inequality. Now the problem which we have to solve through this linear inequation is, which is actually question 21. Ravi obtained 70 and 75 marks in the first two unit tests. That is, he obtained 70 and the 75 marks in the first unit test. We have to find the minimum marks he should get, or he should obtain in the third test to have an average at least 60 marks. Now the first two unit tests he obtained 70 and the 75 marks. Now let's assume that x is the marks obtained by Ravi in the third unit test, so that his average is maintained at least 60, which implies that the average of these three marks 70, 75 plus x greater divided by 3, it is the average. Now it is given that the average is at least 60. At least 60 means greater or equals to this number, that is greater or equals to 60. So here we get inequality, that is after solving x is greater than 180 minus 145, that is 30. So this means that x is greater or equals to 35. So this means that Ravi must obtain 35 marks in the third test, so that his average is greater or equals to 60, means at least 60. Now the another question is, we have to find all pairs of the consecutive odd positive integers, both of which are smaller than 10, such that their sum is more than 11. Here we have two conditions or constraints. One, both odd consecutives are less than 10. So this means that they may be 1 3 3 5 5 7 7 9, because these are the only consecutive odd pairs which are less than this 10, and their sum is more than 11. Their sum is more than 11. We have to find such pairs. Let x be the smaller odd integer, then it is consecutive, or the next odd integer is x plus 2, because there is even between two odds. So this means that the consecutive odd numbers differs by 2. By the question, both are less than 10, which implies that x, which is smaller, it is less than 10, and x plus 2 is less than 10, which implies that x is less than 10 and x is less than 8. So here and we have and here, and means intersection. Now the x less than 10 and x less than 8 means we have to consider x less than 8, because it is the intersection. So name it equation 1. Also x plus their sum, x plus 2 is greater than 11, both of such that their sum is more than 11, means x plus 2 is greater than 11, or x is greater than 4.2. But 4.2 is not integer. So this means that we have to consider those integers which are greater than 4.1. This means that we have to consider 5, we have to consider 7, we have to consider 8, 9, 6. But here x is odd, so this means that only numbers are x equals to 5 and 7, because the above or the upper limit for such integers is 8, not greater than 8. So this means that the numbers are, first number is 5, so its consecutive is x plus 2, which is 7. This is one pair. Now the second is 7. Now its consecutive is 9, which is 7 plus 9. So these two pairs, 5 7 and 7 9, are the required pair of consecutive odd numbers which are less than 10, because 5 7 is less than 10 and their sum is greater than 11. So this was about the solution and the representation of the solution on the number line. So thank you.